It's been more than 30 years since Voyager passed through this region of space. But the echoes of what Captain Janeway and her crew did linger. We need to reestablish relationships here. I'm assigning you a region of space to patrol. Meet the locals and find out how things stand in the Delta Quadrant today.
by the Bentham Guard. Our scans indicate your ship is armed and operational, and you have demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized Protectorate officer, or clear the area immediately. Local Edict 47-42 states that the Bentham Guard may deputize any ships deemed necessary for the apprehension of a criminal ship rated Class 4 or higher. By entering space protected by the Bentham Guard, you have agreed to these terms. You are now my deputy. We are here to apprehend a suspect wanted in multiple systems for crimes not limited to theft, coercion, destruction of private property, and murder. When you arrived, we were dealing with one of this criminal's lieutenants. We've tracked the suspect to this system. Your assistance in this matter is required, and appreciated. Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding. assistance, and welcome to this sector. We recommend that you get underway and head for secure space. There's been a lot of turbulent activity recently, and multiple reports of danger to travelers. The Kazon have long been one of the more aggressive races in this quadrant. We've been cleaning up several Kazon raiding actions. They've been especially active, taking advantage of the recent chaos. We've also received information from some of our informants about ships that can eliminate Borg vessels easily, but it is hard to separate rumor and fact. We don't have any. We have the suspect in custody now, and we also apprehended a fair number of his associates. This part of space will be safer without their influence. I'm dispatching medics to treat any wounded so they can stand trial, and an engineering team to ensure his ship is stable so we can tow it back to base. Thank you. We have it from here.
A Federation starship on a research mission for the Alliance, the USS Callisto, has sent out a general distress signal. Intelligence needs you to find them. If they were preyed upon by one of the more aggressive species here in the Delta Quadrant, we need to know who it was. And if they stumbled onto something one of those species didn't want us to find, well then it's even more imperative we find that ship and its crew.
Romulan of 9, part of a Federation research team assigned to the USS Callisto. My team and I were investigating this outpost when the defense systems activated and destroyed the ship. I am aware of your service record. Thank you for responding to our request for assistance. I was able to deactivate the outpost's defenses, but the system sent out an automated distress signal upon shutdown. It is logical to assume that someone will be arriving to investigate. Please try... Long-range sensors are picking up inbound energy signatures. Voth ships. They must lay claim to this system.
Attention, trespassing endotherms. You are trespassing in Voth-aligned space. Surrender now, and we will allow you to live out the remainder of your lives on a prison world.
In the Voth facility, and will be.
Under attack. Where are they going? It's not like the Voth to leave a battle they would have clearly won.
This is a general distress signal for any ships in range. This is the Teray homeworld. We are under attack by an unknown force of immense power. We require immediate assistance.
The Teray are a spacefaring culture that Voyager encountered in 2376. They claim ownership over the underspace, which are corridors through subspace that significantly shorten travel times here in the Delta Quadrant. Command has been attempting to contact them without success. Access to the underspace would be a distinct advantage for our fleets. That is one possibility. To my knowledge, the Voth and Teray are not enemies. However, there is still much we do not know about the Delta Quadrant. We've arrived in the Teray system. The Voth ships are in combat. They are not engaging Teray vessels. Their opposition does not conform to any known ship in the database. The Voth and whomever they are fighting are speaking on an open channel. We can listen to their communications.
Your defense of the Teray thieves will be your undoing.
The Teray and Voth have a long-standing allegiance. The Teray's exothermic nature makes them superior to the other feeble races of the Quadrant.
Then you will be loyal to the death.
The surface of the Teray homeworld is being devastated by the debris from the Voth vessels. The Teray do have a defense network of satellites and shields that is capable of protecting them, but the control network is offline. This was intentional. Their attackers deliberately targeted the area during the initial assault. There is a secondary command center on the outskirts of one of their major settlements. If we transport directly there, we will be able to restore the control network. The invaders attacked this facility, but they did not do significant structural damage. They were, however, able to take down the control network controlling the orbital defense grid. That defense grid is the only thing capable of stopping all of the debris from the battle in orbit from raining down on the planet. Small pieces will burn up in the atmosphere. Your ship's weapons can deal with some others, but a significant percentage will get through. Until that grid is operational, there will be widespread devastation. There was a firefight here. One of the Teray is injured, but his condition is stable. He may be able to give us more information about the invaders.
Thank you. My name is Bellis. You're from the Romulan Republic, right? The ships emerged from the underspace, and they were too close for our defense grid to stop the launch of drop pods. In minutes, they had knocked out the grid controls, and we were defenseless. We barely had time to transmit a distress signal. You are not Teray. I cannot reveal our secrets.
If I may, underspace is a network of subspace corridors that extend through much of the Delta Quadrant. Voyager was pulled into one when its warp field interacted with the corridor's radial wall. At the time, we speculated that the corridors would speed our journey back to Federation space. That was not possible.
The attackers were Vodwar. Voyager did indeed interact with one of our corridors, but instead of deleting the info as we requested and going on their way, they revived our greatest enemy. All of this destruction, every death, it's all Voyager's fault.
Impossible. It cannot be the Vodwar. I would know. This is all my fault. When we first encountered the Vodwar, they were in cryostasis. I foolishly awoke their leader in a moment of curiosity. I didn't know their history. They were conquerors, despots. The Vodwar used underspace to rule the Delta Quadrant for decades. It was only when the other races banded together that they were defeated. At the time we encountered them, when I awakened them, Captain Janeway said she probably would have done the same thing. But it wasn't her choice, it was mine. I am responsible. However, the Vodwar we encountered did not have a level of technology like what we face here. This is far beyond anything the Vodwar are capable of developing in such a short amount of time. My analysis remains unchanged. We need to restore functionality to the defense grid. There are 4 nodes located on the edge of this complex. We must restart these nodes and realign them to the central tower to re-establish the grid.
I'll go to the central tower and start the initialization sequence.
I blame myself for the Vodwar's return. It was a door best left unopened. No further hostile beams detected. Complete these steps in the correct order to initialize and align the node. First, you must launch the startup sequencers. Next, you must update the defense protocols. Finally, you must align the main relay. Uplink established. When we first rescued the Vaudois, we thought we could be allies. Analysis complete. Perform these steps in the correct order. First, you must launch the startup. Next, you must reinitialize the kinetic dampeners. Finally, you must establish the satellite uplink. Defense node online. No further hostile beings detected. We must inform our superiors about the Vaudois threat. I have completed my analysis. Complete the following steps in the correct order. First, you must access the AI subroutines. Next, you must charge the capacitive relays. Finally, you must align the main relay. When Admiral Tuvok asked me to leave my post at the Daystrom Institute to assist the Callisto, I thought the probability of seeing Vaudois was statistically insignificant. We had to ally ourselves with the Teray to escape the Vaudois. My analysis of this node is complete. Execute the following steps in the correct order. First, you must access the AI subroutines. Next, you must charge the capacitive relays. Finally, you must align the main relay. Connection reestablished.
Romulan, I need assistance at the central tower.
No further hostile beams detected.
Your team did an excellent job getting the defense nodes back online and realigned to the central hub here. The restart process will take some time, but the defense grid will be active in about 2 minutes. We'd be in good shape if the Vaadwaur hadn't launched more assault pods. These are mobile transporter pads used to bring more troops to the surface rapidly. I assume they're coming to stop us from restoring the defense.
Terrain took control of underspace after the Vaadwaur were defeated. Clearly, the Vaadwaur object. Vaadwaur reinforcements approaching. Vaadwaur are relentless.
No further hostile beings detected. No further hostile beings detected.
It is not odd. Voth reinforcements have entered orbit. These Vodwar do not want to do battle with an obviously superior force. While we did sustain great losses, we have made good on our agreement with the Teray. Belas, we have restored your defense grid.
I'm not interested in petty squabbling about who did what. The grid is restored and we are safe. That's all that matters.
No further hostile beings detected.
Seven of 9.
Admiral.
We detected the destruction of the Callisto. What?
It was your fault! Your ship invaded the Voth outpost! You woke the Vodwar!
Vodwar. Interesting. Starfleet intelligence did not consider them a threat. We believed their numbers were few and their technology outdated.
Then you were wrong! The Vodwar have returned, and no one is safe.
I see. 7. Voyager could use your expertise again. Will you return to the ship?
That would be acceptable.
Very well. We will take the other survivors from the Callisto as well. Thank you.
Voyager, 2 to beam up.
Thank you for assisting 7 and lending aid to the Teray. However, the discovery that our old foes, the Vodwar, have made such a leap in technology and are now threatening the entire quadrant is troubling.
Thank you. Without your help, my team and I may have been killed by the Voth. Now, however, I must turn my attention to the Vodwar. I am responsible for their return. I must...
I've read Admiral Janeway's mission logs from Voyager. It would be troublesome enough to have the Vodwar return in force. They're an aggressive and difficult species, but if they have technology and forces that can defeat the Voth, this does not bode well.